A car wash, like the one from the truck.
My mother told me to... Huh? Ah, now I have to start over.
Maybe the truck had gone through it, and this was the way home.
A car wash? I'm starting to remember something. That's right, a splashing sound. Come on! It's closed. Huh. I guess we couldn't have come this way after all.
Just then, Hundley heard a clue. A bell. Hundley's super hearing would lead the way home. It wasn't a lobby bell, but it sounded like the one he heard on the truck.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold the phone. I remember now. I heard bells. We came this way, I'm sure of it.
That sounded right to George. But then he noticed something. Those bumps were something he hadn't felt. They hadn't come from this direction.
Cobblestones? Wait, you guys, George is right. If we came this way, we would have felt those, believe me, but we didn't.
That's when Gnocchi smelled a clue.
Huh? After that cat!
A fish market.
Wait a minute. Pause the music. I remember now. I smelled a strong fishy aroma right about the time I was passing Pluto. We must have come down this road. Uh-oh. Dead end. We couldn't have come from this direction. Face it, we have no idea where we came from. We'll never find our way home now.
And George was out of clues. And then he saw it. The ferry. It was splashy and shaky. And Hundley noticed it dinged like a bell. And all around them, Gnocchi smelled fish. George realized they must have come over on the ferry.
Oh yeah, that's the ferry. It carries cars from the city. That's it. That's the way we must have... Oh my gosh, it's leaving! Run, run, run! Stop, stop, stop! Look both ways. Okay, all clear. Run! George! Gnocchi!
George needed to do something fast.
Victory! What a team! High five! Paw five! We're like a team of superheroes with George's eyes, Hundley's ears, Gnocchi's nose, and my, brain. Nothing can stop us.
At last, the ferry docked. They were almost home.
Great! We'll be home in no time. Follow me, team. Phew, made it.
Hi, George. Well, I'm happy to see you too, and so glad you did what I said and stayed close by.
Well, hi there, boy. Hundley! Where have you been?
Hey, George. Want to play this game now? Yeah, you're right. Finding our way home was a lot more fun. Hey, let's do it again tomorrow.
Huh? Maybe you should tell me a little more about your day, George.
Compass wondered if there was more of that fluffy stuff inside. Maybe it was hidden in the bag. Most people don't like pigeon in their popcorn. A very big bird was next to Compass. Could that be an osprey? Nope, it was just a raven. Something had done something wrong. The popcorn bag had a hole in it. George had to find the off switch. But it's hard to find a switch in a wagon full of popcorn. George could put the extra popcorn in the trash bag. What a mess. This would take all day to clean. Maybe weeks. If only George had 20 compasses to eat popcorn. Or even 100. But there was popcorn in the lake, too, and pigeons didn't swim. But ducks did. It looked like George was going to need bigger birds. George could never blow hard enough for birds that high up to hear. Or could he? That wasn't a goose call. It was an osprey call.
Oh! That's the loudest goose I've ever heard!
Oh, that's no goose. That's my monkey. George, is everything okay?
An osprey on my wagon! It's magnificent!
And that's how George made Mr. Popper's the most popular popcorn place in the park. With birdwatchers, that is. Jagger wondered who was inside his coop. It was that furry person. Jagger wanted it out of his hen house.
You got 0. Oh.
Before he went back into the coop, George wanted a helmet. George realized he could get the eggs without going into the chicken coop. Good thing the nesting boxes were slanted. First, George needed a chute. Eggs were breaking, so George would give them a soft ride. George was ready to make an automatic egg gatherer. Getting the egg chute inside the coop was a breeze. Getting a monkey inside was going to be more difficult. But what if all Jagger saw was another rooster? Wait a minute. When did Mrs. Rankins get a new rooster?
It's working.
Jagger would have to show this new whippersnapper who ruled the roost. George would attach the chute and eggs would roll right in. Jagger wondered who was inside his coop. It was that furry person.
How's the egg gathering coming?
We're gathering them right now.
Right now? How?
Come on, we'll show you.
How did that happen? Well, I'll be an egg gatherer. It's brilliant.
So brilliant, you can have that tire 6 days ahead of schedule.
Thanks, Grandma. Oh, yes!
The Rankins Farm's new tire swing was the largest in the area. Big enough for 2 riders. And sometimes 3. Jumpy's nest was a hole filled with sticks, leaves, and feathers. high up in a tree.
C'est magnifique.
My first accordion.
Ducks swam in water, even in winter. And they slept in nests of straw. Deer slept hidden under many trees on a soft bed. Now George knew what he needed to make his sleepover a success. George had made a perfect space for each friend. Now they just needed to come back inside. Success. George's friends loved it. Jumpy nested in his clock. Dumpling perched in her nest. And Dottie slept on her soft, foresty bed. But George was still missing one thing. Everyone slept well. The next morning, George made sure everyone had the perfect breakfast.
What on earth? George!
George knew this place. He was inside his stomach. The bacteria were probably having a feast on that muffin. George had to stop them. bacteria were everywhere.
Oh, hi! We invited friends. It's a party. Oh, no! If there's food for snacking, we're not packing. Right, girls? We go wherever the goodies hide. The front, the back, the top, the side. And when you're sleeping, we're wide awake. Giving you that old toothache.
They had to do something.
Meow.
If George could get rid of the food, the bacteria might leave. But they didn't leave. Gnocchi thought she could help too.
Gotta have sugar, anything sweet. It's our favorite thing to eat. Gotta have sugar, anything sweet.
There she was, eating that yellow stuff. It must be the plaque. It couldn't be. Where could they be hiding? This was a job for the X-ray machine. If George could get rid of that last piece of food, maybe his toothache would go away. And the bacteria, too. There was one thing left. A toothbrush with toothpaste. George's secret defense against plaque.
Uh-oh! Brace yourselves!
I'm skedaddling.
Me too! Wait for me!
George? 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 Open wide. You think the problem is there? I don't see any cavities. You're right. There is something caught in your teeth. Got it. Looks like a sesame seed. How's that? Then just rinse and we're done. No more toothache.
Oh, that's great news, Doctor. Zucchini muffin, anyone?
Sure.
Yes, please.
The bacterias have left the building.
George hoped he never saw those bacteria again. But they sure could carry a tune.